Welcome back, everyone. This is Reddit Empire's third episode of a war recap. We're just a few days behind. I was away this weekend, so we'll jump right in. So this is last war was the family. Now we faced Seals España. We did win this war. It was a typical go wipe clan. They got a little bit closer. They did get their attacks in. We made a few mistakes. I think they had actually some go hos in here. But as you see, it's always about the 3 stars here. So we had 18 3-star attacks, 5 2-star attacks, 2 1-star attacks. And they did get some 3 stars in here. Um, so we'll jump right in. We only had one missed attack, which is not bad. Someone had an emergency that came up. So the first attack I will jump into will be Lil G63. This is not his first time warring with us, but he's been on in and out of this game. So this one is a Goho with a healer. I do like his approach here. I believe this is not the first attack, so he knew that there was a GB to be set off. He took some of his defenses out as well as pulling the CC, which was impossible to pull. So for that cost, he set off 3 GBs, got the CC out, and took out 2 defenses. I say that's not a bad trade. I think he uses 2 poisons here. By the way, this is the first war after the last patch, which means 2 poisons now can pretty much kill anything in the CC. So this totally changes up the game. And as well as everyone knows, the war timers are now 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So he drops off the healer, the 1 level 5 golem, and then another level 4 golem. He's going to wall breaker in after everything's aggroed the golem. So one of the wall breakers did die, but the BK does jump right in. So far, pretty good kill squad. All his heroes are in good health. Gets a jump spell in to get him access to 40% of the base. His intent is to kill these this quadrant right here. So what's important here is that his golemites are still alive while his hogs aren't taking any damage. Now they did pop on the skelly here. It might taking light amount of damage, but you see he has 10 hogs left. He has quite a bit of ways to go. But what's going to be crucial to his attack here is it's a surgical attack. And you got to remember, expos are just glorified archer towers. If you ever click on an expo, they do about or as less damage as an archer tower. Their DPS, which is damage per second. So his goal here is going to be to kill these point defenses. He's less concerned about the wizard towers as well as the mortars. So while everything is up, he has a surgical approach. He goes for the cannons. You see, he targets the cannons, gets rid of the cannons. He has another heal, which is, again, thanks to the extra spell slot, he's going to have many extra heals here. Again, going for the point defenses. Golemites are still up. He has enough hogs for cleanup. Again, always save 1 wizard. I think he dropped it here. I probably would have dropped it here, but the wizard would have gone far enough here. So solid Goho. It was a little unique. After your first attack, again, if you can set off a few GBs and pull a CC, absolutely go for it. Good attack, little G. Our next attack here will be James. He was our number 1. We had Town Hall 9. We actually mismatched. We had 2 Town Hall 10s. So this attack is a Govalo. Jumps right in. The queen is out there, which is always a horrible position, so it's a horrible base. These wizards will make short work of that archer queen. Jump spell in, gets you into the core. The idea of a Govalo is when you see a core like this and the ADs are all centralized, this is just like Town Hall 8, guys. You can kill everything with back end loons. So he's got max Valkyries, drops his golems. He's going to get a kill squad. He gets a nice funnel, as you see here. Both golems coming in. And then drops all his Valks. Valks won't die to DGBs. That's why they're so great. Valks go in, kings in, queens in. 30 heroes don't always help. As you see, once those ADs go down, he's going to start dropping in his loons. Didn't expect a Tesla there, I believe, so he did that area took a little bit more loons. But that's okay. He's still going to have a lot of loons left. Still, his kill squad is still alive. BK still got a lot of health. Once the BK aggroed the Tesla, he dropped his last loon. Wow, there's a lot of air skellies there. Fortunately for him, he did survive. He had extra poison spell left. and still a vast amount of troops left for this attack. Good job, James. Great 3-star attack. Our clan actually had another go below here, Rico Suave. Again, centralized, 4 ADs. Horrible, horrible base. What do? You drop golems and you drop Valkyries. Decent funnel here. Not much is needed. 2 wall breakers in. He's going to get his jump spell in. CC full of Valks. Goes right in. Rage spell, healed spell. Queen still picking up some things in the back. And as that AD comes down, he knew that he can start dropping in his loons. That AD went down, he started dropping his loons. Now these did die to the ADs a little bit early. That's okay because he has 10 loons left. His kill slot's still killing the mid. Loons coming from the back end. And that's your typical Govelo, which is your kill squad with your Valks are going to kill about 70% of the base, while your back end 10 to 14 loons are going to clean up the rest because your heroes, like you see these, are stuck behind a wall, and that's why they help clean up. He had goblins or wizards, they're all pretty good for cleanup. Again, you don't want a symmetrical base, and you don't want your 4 ADs in the middle. That's a horrible base design, and it'll get exploited by using Govelo. We had some Town Hall 9s that weren't cleaned up here. I have to say we had a pretty messy war, but that's okay. So we had a good Golaloon. Let me see. Okay, one of our newer Town Hall 9s, our co-leader. This is a Go Wee Wee. Again, with the new spells, with the new half a spell, you can now use 4 Quake and 3 spells instead of back then just 4 Quakes and 2 spells and a half. So with 3 spells, and if you can open up what looks like here to be about 60+% of the base, and I think that he got that Nick right there. He's got 65% of that base open. It's not a bad base to go wee wee with hogs. So these 2 outside cannons that are unprotected, they're going to go down pretty quickly. Queen is out of range. Once the queen is in range, his kill squad comes down. Now he doesn't have a poison spell here, but he's got sure heck a lot of wizards and witches doing good amount of work. His king is still up. He does have low level heroes, but again, he kills most of what he expects for the kill squad. Golem is still up, hasn't cracked. Unfortunately, that Golem was going in a difficult situation. But you see that Golem is taking all that heat from these 2 Teslas and this Archer Tower. So the Hogs aren't going to need much healing in this instant. He didn't even need to drop that last heal. I remember this attack. So, in fact, he could have gone without an extra heal here. That attack was so clean. So, good job, Envy, on your Go-Ho Wee-Wee. Probably just dropped that wizard there, but he had a good amount of 2 wizards for cleanup. So, good job, Envy. The Town Hall 8s, they're always a pretty standard cleanup. We've gone through them. So for this war, we're gonna have our episode war recap. We're gonna have a new thing that we're doing here, which is
it's a trap.
It's a trap. This will be the worst attack that I saw for the war, and will be our highlight for an attack that I felt like absolutely just failed in many different aspects, and I'm going to show the weaknesses for why this attack failed. So this is actually one of our co-leaders, Fulster. He's a new Town Hall 9, as you can see. His golems are low, his witches are low, and his heroes are really low. So here are the mistakes that I saw. This was not the first attack, this was the second attack. And the second attack revealed that there were Teslas right here. So what does that mean? The only viable DGB spots would be right here and right here. So why he didn't enter from here or here is beyond me. So he should have watched the replay and he should have known. Knowing that the DGBs could be here, he could have sent 1 hog here if he wasn't sure, 1 hog here, and that this one wouldn't be able to set off. So knowing that he couldn't set it off here, he should have went from this entry. From this entry point, this queen is still going to jump over. It looks like he brought a jump spell, and he brought some breakers. So he's going to break through the first layer, and he's going to jump into the core, right? 1 jump spell here. In fact, you wouldn't even need breakers. 1 jump spell here will get you through there, but you don't want to come from the edge here. So coming from a flat portion is always easy for an entry, easy entry for a funnel. Get through here. Queen is going to jump through that wall. Even if you had just 1 jump spell, the queen is going to be on whichever side of the wall. But knowing that he does have a jump spell and wall breakers, he's getting deep in there. He should have came from this angle to set off these GBs. Again, the attack revealed from the last attack, which he came through here. There was no GB here, so he should have came from here, knowing that these GBs were over here. The last attack was a Go Laloon, so these spots did not get revealed. But like I said, 3 Teslas pop up right here, or is it 2 Teslas get popped up? So I think it's 3. So it's pretty obvious that it's right here. He could have sent 1 hog to check in, but he didn't. But that's okay. He sends his attack in. It's a solid funnel. Drops his heal spell really early, just a little bit early. Because nothing's going to get through there. He does drop his king, his queen, his level 1 witches. Looks like 5 of his wizards or 4 of his wizards are still alive, which is not bad. Looks like his poison spell is down. He should have dropped his level 4 poison earlier. Okay, now it's down. Kill squad's going in. King's still in good health, killing the queen. King is now half health. Most of what he wanted to kill is good. Oh, so there was a GB there. Okay, so he was trying to set off that one. And here it is, the beloved DGB. 1 hog sent here could have checked it. He absolutely should have sent it in. This was the second attack. And of course, this, I think you saw before I clicked it, this was a 0-star. Boom, there goes most of his hogs. It's hard to come back from attack like that. And even after that attack, though, yeah, I just don't really, not crazy about his approach, going this 3-pronged approach. This Tesla farm was really going to wreck any hogs he had left. So even if those hogs didn't die, I'm not sure how much further he would have gotten. The best approach here, knowing that the GBs are there, was just to send all your hogs in one and go in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion. And the reason behind that is this: if you look at this base, look how tight this base is. Right, this base was already attacked once, so the Teslas were already revealed, all 4 of these Teslas. So, right, 1 heal, 2 heal, 3 heal. I mean, that covers like the entire base, right? Your kill squad's going here. Your kill squad's goal is to reach this town hall here. So in reality, if you sent your hogs here, right? Again, he should have set this off. 3 heals is going to cover this entire base. On a compact base like this, right? He doesn't use any of this outer space. Everything's open. You don't need to do a surgical approach. There's no need to use a surgical approach. It's a symmetrical base. It's not a good base. Your path for your hogs is expected. It can be expected and planned for. So he should have sent his hogs in really mostly in one group, going through in a line together, clockwise or again counterclockwise, using his heals. So you don't want to do a surgical approach like he did right here. That means too many things are getting hit at the same time, which means more damage per second on your hogs, which is again completely unnecessary. Again, that will be the last recap. I'm going to do a second recap right after this one. Again, I hope you learned everything about an attack really comes from your plan. If your plan is flawed, you're not going to have a good time here. So that will be this for this recap, and we'll jump right into the next one. Thank you very much for watching.